Hello and welcome to another episode of Nothing Definitive. I'm Sam Carlson, and today I want to talk about programming and manipulation. Okay, so specifically what I want to talk about is how everything that you do in your life, every social interaction, every hobby that you have, everything you read or watch, or literally everything, is programming your mind in some way. And every social interaction you have is technically some sort of like manipulation. Uh, like no matter who you interact with, you're almost always, if not always, manipulating one another in a certain way. Even like your own mother is manipulating you. I mean, she talks to you and raises you in a certain way. Like the stereotypical American mother is loving and wants you to be like the nice boy or nice girl that does their homework and doesn't break the rules or whatever. Like that is a manipulation. She is manipulating you to be a person that she thinks would be, good. That would be not, like not a criminal or doesn't end up doing drugs or something. Every friend that you have, you're always, kind of manipulating one another's behavior by, maybe sometimes like when you're younger and you're insecure, you put your friends down or they put you down because, or they say a joke and no one laughs, or they say something and everyone's like, oh, that's stupid, or they sneer at you, or, like all that kind of stuff. That's all just minute social manipulation to try and like change who you are. And the same goes for even like non-social interactions, like sitting and watching television or reading certain types of like categories of news, say. That is all manipulating your brain to think in a certain direction. So for instance, say you look into conspiracy theories and you don't have a strong rational mind, you will, like, even if you think people who believe in conspiracy theories are silly, they're dumb or whatever, if you spend long enough looking into it without rationally, like, going through a checklist, like, okay, I read this article about a conspiracy theory, it, made mistakes here, it didn't use good rationale here, they made bad assumptions here, or whatever. If you don't have that checklist, you will actually start to, like, feel more comfortable thinking about conspiracies, and eventually you'll probably get more comfortable accepting some of these conspiracies, and eventually, if you spend long enough doing it, you'll probably just start to think that conspiracy theories are real, or like some of them are. You'll start to think like, well, maybe it's not exactly this way, but this is, the global banks are probably run by the New World Order. I mean, that just seems plausible now. What you're doing is unknowingly manipulating your mind to believe something more and more and more and more. The same goes, say, for like watching television. If you go home every day and at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. you just sit and you lounge on your couch and watch television, your mind will begin to expect that behavior. And if you don't do it, you'll feel kind of off, or you'll feel like, oh, I wish I was watching TV. Like it'll just be part of your routine. Which brings me to another point. Routines are incredibly useful. If you can establish productive routines where you're learning and you're doing work and you're doing things that like make you a better person, even though it may be kind of hard at the beginning because you'll look at everything and you'll be like, oh, this is all work, I'm tired, I just want to sit and watch TV. Eventually it'll become easier because your mind will just grow to expect that sort of behavior. So I guess it's kind of a short little lesson today, but just realize that everything you do is manipulating you in some way, and only if you're really aware and you're like not like acknowledging every single manipulation that's coming in, you might become a person that you don't want to become, or you might pick up bad habits that you didn't want to pick up because you're not knowingly recognizing them. So just be aware of that. So that's all I want to talk about today. Thank you very much for listening, as always. See you next time.